Don't forget, we start in 3 minutes. So, 10 o'clock or whatever your time is there, start when that happens. I'm not going to be here to give you the prompt. BRB. I'll mute this for a second.
Mission to cry.
Granted, Cadet.
What are you using, Salty?
Spark.
Likewise. Why is your thing pink?
This is what I like, and I got
Oh god, it's
white
abysmal.
edges. How?
I'd stab
If you have
myself in the
holes,
face.
hey, if you have holes, you can see them easily. Like, oh, is there a hole there? Yep, there's a hole there.
It's horrible.
Although I guess I
You're a
could
mod.
just use the crack finder. Which does the same thing. Oh, fucking.
Are you just making a room like me?
I don't know. I took a quick look at modernism, and quickly noped. So
No, that's
it's
what you gotta
gonna be a
work with.
disaster. Yeah.
I'm going QB.
I don't know.
I like the cubey stuff, so I'm gonna try and build using nothing but cubes. Maybe incorporate a few different designs, but I like the cubes.
One minute. Remember to start recording right at, the hour mark.
Uh-huh.
Yep. No.
Okay, I managed to get it to industry compatible.
Yeah, we just started, so make sure your recording's turned on.
Oh, I can't
Oh,
use GeForce to record Spark. That's a shame.
Let's record your desktop.
Okay, the good news is I do not necessarily have to build like an object that's actually as big as it needs to be. It just needs to scale with each other correctly. The fun part is that actually, you guys are weirdly quiet already. That I know how I would build things in Spark, but I do not know how to do it in Blender, even though the theory behind those two should be very similar. It's just that 3D modeling tools work with 3D objects instead of planes, and I like to set planes one by one. I tried explaining that to Cash, I think, at some point, and he just said, nah, bullshit.
I might use
Yeah, that
Tailspy
sounds
next
like
time.
Cash.
What? You were both talking at the same time.
I said, yeah, that sounds like Cash.
And there's also like I'm also not sure how to manipulate visual edges, faces, whatever this is. Edge select. All select? No. We have sucks. Why can I only get a cube? Why can I switch the fucking geometric shape that I want to add? Not a cylinder. You lied to me.
Back like the clap. Oh, we're screen sharing as well. Sure, why not?
I'm already getting frustrated by Blender.
Cool. sounds
Generally because it forces me to work with actual 3D objects and not place paints one by one. That plus
I need to change the side panel of my mouse.
cache.
What?
Why do those two things count as object when I'm as one
What
object?
Two things. Hang on.
Like when I'm in edit mode, I have
I
that
don't
thing.
use Blender. You realise
Yeah.
that, right?
But there aren't like all 3D modeling
No.
tools.
No.
I'm going to stop you way before you carry on with that. No, they're not. That's why there are so many.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like how to why the object mode counts everything as one, and how do I unweld them basically.
Good luck figuring it out, though.
I'll probably just stop with Blender because I won't get anything done in 2 hours. Like literally nothing.
And just do what me and Salt are doing and just work with Spark.
Yes, but it's easy in Spark relatively.
I think for the next one, Cash, I might use Tailspire.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Annoys me
Like
that
a D&D level.
have to switch to Spark.
What? What do you say, Cash?
I said that'd be quite interesting. Why? What did you think I said?
No, I just didn't hear what you said because music and people talking.
You listen to music, you scumbag.
Yeah. Listening to the Flash theme from the Schneider Cut.
Okay.
It's a good tune.
No, not.
Why has my mouse gone? Why has my spark gone funny?
I don't know.
You are
Won't let me
funny.
click on anything.
They don't have a bottom to them. Interesting. Why?
I see. I should probably watch you guys as well, right? Whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making cubes.
Why do my stairs not have bottoms to them? Hmm. Eh. I think. Yeah. There we go.
Why do you think?
I think, therefore I am.
You don't think, therefore you don't have.
Exactly.
That sounds wrong.
I will walk through hell. Oh, that's nice and. This is huge. Can I get underneath? Can I fuck? Cool. Ooh. I can accidentally jolt up there. Okay. Okay. Tell you what, let's go to them.
On Metro, what was the name of that marble?
It was called Marble.
What was the name of the marble?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh! I did not know you could do that. Good to know. Cool. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Massively overscaled. What the heck?
I'm thinking the same right now.
Oh,
Modernist
let's
is
go
a
with that.
Modernist is a weird bitch when in terms of
No, it's not. What the hell?
yes, it is.
Shut your face. There you go. Bless
You
you.
have corona.
This is gonna look nothing at all like its influence. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. So how is everyone today?
All right.
Right now or today?
Well, both?
Right now, slightly stressed.
Oh, it's stressful.
Modernism.
Well, you had a week to plan, Math.
Oh yeah, I did plan. I just didn't. It's more a thing of just, Blender being
You
weird.
chose to use a software you never used before.
I did use it before. I just completely unlearned how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something, right?
It's certainly something, Math.
Mm-hmm. That.
Damn it.
Cash, Kapunga wants me to tell you none of your business. That's probably to the question, how are you?
Oh, that's nice and polite, isn't it, fucker?
He actually told me he started mapping.
Well, that was a mistake. Welcome to the worst decision of your life.
Was it your worst decision of your life?
No, it was the best decision of my life, but I didn't have a life before
Meeting Meth was the worst decision I ever made.
this. You met him? You son of a bitch.
And it definitely will be, when I meet him in real life, will be the worst decision I ever make.
Fuck.
Halfway, boys. I wish. It's a quarter
I
of
was
the way.
gonna say, fuck you. Not a hope in hell. Is it halfway?
No, we're a quarter.
So I'm not even done with the fucking staircase yet.
I'm not done with, I'm still working on my centerpiece.
Working on your centipede?
Yeah, that's what you said, man.
Yep,
Mhm.
centipede. Those modernists and their artistic centipedes.
Tell me you... No, it didn't, you fucking sack of shit. Why are you doing that?
Always the most vibrant vocabulary, don't you, Cash?
Yep. It's bullshit.
Ooh.
Beige didn't say it, so I have to. That's not the edge I'm selecting, dickhead. Right, just create a fucking edge loop. I might just make this a ramp instead of a staircase. Fucking hell.
No?
I don't recall asking you.
Yes. And?
Then you don't get a choice in the matter. You're in a fucking hell. It's kind of like prison.
Alright, I'll be right back, toilet.
No toilet breaks. You shoot where you sit.
It's either that or you're squatting over the toilet, and that's just weird.
Why do you have to squat? Just sit on your toilet.
That's what I said. You said you shit where you sit where you shit where you sit. So, yeah,
Yep.
it's either that or you're squatting over your toilet.
Never understand people that prefer to squat when they shit
I don't understand people
instead
in
of just
general.
sitting on the toilet.
I don't understand how you can dislike Sea of Thieves. What kind of fucking heathen gamer are you?
It just has never appealed to me, and it's boring.
It's not boring.
And this is why Australia was a complete fucking disaster.
Yeah, because he didn't listen to me. Where what's Australia's got to do with Sea of
Oh, no.
Thieves?
Astrea's made me put a gun into my head.
I warned you.
All these squares make a circle.
The fuck?
That's Astrea's to me now.
Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. I'm lying. It looks fucking horrible. Ah!
It's trash.
I'm back. You know, I'm actually a little bit afraid that I started building so small that when I actually go into the intricate details that in Spark, the details will get rendered out.
Yeah, I would say that's a definite possibility. Oh no.
No.
Oh no fucking way. Can I just bevel the whole thing and chamfer? Or do I have to individually go around with edge loops? Bevel, where's the bevel? Bevel, 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 bevel. Bevel!
That thing on grid? No. Oh, fine. It doesn't need to be.
Fuck!
Why are you cursing all the time?
Because
We're British.
your mother's cunt.
A bit harsh, Cash.
I know, right? I was thinking that after I said it.
What did he say?
Yeah, you said, why do you always curse all the time? And I said, because your mother's a cunt.
Ah, fair enough.
I thought Cash was a cunt.
I am. What's your point?
Yeah.
At least I'm not a lying cunt.
Damn you be profane for Twitch.
Oh, the profanity.
Alright, I will go report my stream.
Bevel. It auto chamfers. I don't want you to chamfer. Oh. Oh no.
Oh no?
Please. Please. No. Don't make me do this to awkward subdivide. Nope, that's not it.
Witness the
I
sufferings of Cash.
I just did something and it looks weird.
This is
Okay.
looking way too similar to my local weed shop.
What?
What I'm building right now.
Oh, okay.
Do you say local weed shop?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. You can buy it in Canada.
Yeah, he's a Canadian, and for some reason he thinks that bringing up weed in every topic is a necessity. Because he then gets to say, I'm in Canada, it's legal.
Is it not a necessity?
I'd say weed is not a necessity, yeah.
It's just something to have fun with.
I mean, is it not a necessity to bring it up?
Not really. Extrude edges, what happens? Nothing. Cool! Fuck me.
Can I?
I'd rather you didn't.
Aww.
Tried, Matt. It's very difficult.
You said you tried it, it's very difficult?
Cash doesn't make it easy to seduce him.
Oh.
I am a master of self-deprecation. The reason
I'm slowly
for that
winning
is
him over with all the raps.
I don't see anything appealing about myself at all, so seducing me makes you sound like a liar to me.
That's why I don't compliment you. I just throw food at you and call you a fat cunt.
Well, yeah, but that's just making me worse.
Also,
that's not seduction technique. That's just making it so that eventually I can't run away and you can rape me.
Exactly. I'm in it for the long game.
Shane, aren't you sitting a little bit in the glass house there?
Bye.
Calling him a
Those,
fat
yeah,
cunt?
those in glass houses don't throw stones. Calling me a fat cunt.
Nah.
I got it, Math. Don't worry. That was actually pretty good.
For once, you made a good joke.
Yes, and no one laughed because it was.
By
it
being,
went
by
above
you
everyone's
know,
head.
if you're fat, then you can make the fat jokes without being told you for fat shaming.
So it's a similar story as black people can make black jokes.
Yep.
I mean, anyone can make black jokes.
It's just who's going to get offended
Well,
by you.
You shouldn't. And I should probably remind people that we're currently on Twitch.
I know.
So,
And
Well,
that before
probably
you
already crossed a
suddenly
few
get-
lines just from that sentence alone.
before you get suddenly really tempted to try being edgy or something, don't.
Wait, who's streaming on Twitch anyway?
I am.
If it was salty, I wouldn't give a fuck.
If it was something,
I-
I'd be throwing out the corner shop jokes already.
I appreciate that you are more bothered about my Twitch well-being than
Oh,
Salty's.
it's not just your Twitch well-being that
You're German. I don't want the Gestapo coming after me.
I don't want CISA coming after me either, dude.
They don't exist anymore officially.
The addition of officially makes it sound very sus.
Maths look pretty sus, boys. I haven't played Among Us in a while.
Why does this floor not look as high as those floors? Like, what's this all about?
Oh no! All I know is I can
Why-
snap the grid and my floors are lined up. I'm happy.
Oh, I get it. Yep, I know why. Never mind. Fuck me, that doesn't work. It looks weird now.
Stop being a temptress.
I was thinking the same.
Stop wanting to fuck the fat dude, you weirdos.
You ask us to.
You've got love handles to grab hold of. Why wouldn't we?
I've got more than love handles. I've got lust handles. That was fucking awful.
I mean, that's my favorite part about my girlfriend is that you can grab her anywhere.
Oh,
In the street,
Oh, okay,
in the
okay. You're going a bit
bush,
too far now,
in
Salty.
the corner shop, at her mum's place, in the back of a Volkswagen, anywhere.
Yeah.
You should go do what Canadians do, Salty, and apologise.
Ice skate. Hunt moose. What's the,
No, ride polar bear.
what's the plural of moose?
Moose.
mooses. Mooses.
I love the idea of it being meese. Because of goose and geese.
Moose eye.
Oh, God.
You okay, Kat?
Mussolini.
Whee!
God, what?
Okay. So, this is not going well. Just a heads up.
Holy shit, yeah, that is, and I understand you there, Cash. I agree with you.
I'm
On
spending
my
half my time building a thing in the centre of my room. I haven't touched anything else.
I've made so many mistakes. It's not even funny.
I'm going to spend like another hour just cutting off faces.
Not in your fucking level. Just people.
Well, I'm just going to run around with a potato peeler.
Yeah, why not? Sounds like a giggle. Oh. This was such a good idea as well.
You see, the problem was you chose Modernist.
Modernist is a bitch to build.
It's just fucking horrible art. I hate modernism.
Yeah, he said modernist, and half of us have only ever experienced sci-fi.
Well, it's a
Here's
nice
the
challenge.
thing, like-
I don't know. If I walk outside, I can see some modern art.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't get
Canada?
why everyone seemed to just go modernism. Okay, so I have to do architecture. It's like, no, you don't at all. It's something to take inspiration from
And that's what I'm doing.
and implement it in some way. You don't have to build a modernist architectural building or something. I'm
building
currently
a
trying
room.
to build a fucking platformer level that's going to have multiple floors based on a building type, and oh my fucking god, I don't like this anymore. I can't remember how to flip on axis. How? I can't right click the object, which is just infuriating.
I'll be right back.
No, you won't.
No rush.
No Russian?
Someone clip that and send it to Twitch.
No Russian is a quote from.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the quote from Call of Duty.
Yep.
Call of Judaism. What?
Remember, not Russian.
Exactly.
It's racist towards Russians.
It's crazy racism.
Crazy lacism?
Yes. I'm not explaining it, Math. Not while we're on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean,
How do I flip with this fucking program? Edit shape.
I understood Cash and I kind of liked it. The thing is
Hello?
that good or bad that I liked it?
It's always bad. Reset shit. No! No. Thank you. Open Pro Builder. Okay. Can I flip normals? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Mirror objects.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
That was almost right.
All in all, you're just another
There we
mirror
go.
on the wall.
All in all, you're just another prick on the floor.
Exactly.
Ooh. This is not how I planned anything. But it's going fine, I think. Oh no, just another brick on the floor. So, Kapunga, you decided to waste your life mapping.
He hasn't responded in a while. I'm not sure if he's watching anymore.
He is. He will never stop watching. I don't know if he's actually watching or not.
I
just assume he
think
is.
I only have one view, and that might be me.
So, Cash, Leader Broseph is dead. What do you do?
What?
Leader Broseph is dead. What do you do?
The fuck are you on about?
What the
The
fuck?
king's dead. Or the prince? Who is that?
Yeah, Prince
The
died.
Duke of
Yeah, what about
Edinburgh.
him?
Yeah. What
He's
do you
dead.
do? He's dead.
He's dead. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not the fucking queen that died.
It's not
I
someone
don't-
important.
It's like, I feel bad for the queen. She's been married to the dude for like 70 years.
Allegedly.
It's like, it's a sad occasion for her, but I didn't know the guy. Fuck him.
Rude.
Not rude to say I don't know the guy. I don't cry over every fucking African
No,
that
no.
dies.
No. It's not that you didn't know the guy is not rude. Is a fuck him is rude.
No, it's not.
He had an African tribe that worshipped him as a god. That
Who?
counts. Yeah, there was a tribe they visited, and they had a prophecy of one of their warriors coming back to their reincarnating, coming back to their tribe with a powerful white woman, and they came back with a Queen of England. And he showed up with the Queen of England. Like, fair enough, that's as powerful as you can get.
Well, yeah. I mean, sure.
Not sure what to think of that story.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it? No, it's fine. Don't adhere to the grid at all. Fuck me.
I don't know what to do with mine. It's a disaster.
Stop crying, get on with it.
Don't you say that about pretty much everything you build, though, sorry.
See, I can
Right,
actually.
this is like
It's at an angle! That's why it doesn't make sense. Delete. Let's make a new one. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, yeah.
Is it?
No.
Cash, do you happen to know if in the Spark editor, like, if you want to trim multiple faces, but each as its individual face, is there a way to just select multiple faces and then just use the trim tool once and each?
You're gonna have to restart that whole thing and say it in a way that is understandable.
If you want to trim multiple faces, but each one as an individual, is there a way to do
Trim
all
one
the
face at a
faces?
time.
Is there a way to do all faces at once?
To trim all faces individually. Is it every edge connected to those faces?
Basically, for example, you see what I'm doing down here, right?
No, I don't. No.
Why are you not watching me?
Because I've got my concept shit on one
the
screen.
method needs to be together.
Yeah, like I have this stuff down here, and I want to know about if I
Together. Use together. Now try. Oh.
That's a problem that I have. Like, it's not a big problem. It's more a quality of life thing, you know.
Wait. Matt, just select edges too. Like turn off verts and just select all of it.
Yeah. No. Oh, I crashed the editor.
You try and make him
Good
crash
job.
the editor, Salty.
See, this is what happens when you listen to Salty and follow his advice, man.
You fucking
Have you
asshole.
learned a lesson yet?
He fell for it.
You fucking asshole, Salty.
Did you knew that would happen, Salty?
Yes.
Ah,
That's
okay.
crashed me so many times, dude.
Cool. Good to know.
User has been banned from your Discord.
I wouldn't ban Salty for that. Ban meth.
On the other part is, why is that crash still existing then if you know about it, Salty?
Because it's trying to compute so many things, it's not fixable.
I didn't really feel it fit to fix for it to send, especially with Thunderdome.
It's an editor bug. Why would anyone give a fuck about it?
No. Also.
I've made so many mistakes on this already. Oh, I'm so unhappy with this. And we are now nearly an hour through. We have been working for 55 minutes. And I already want to quit.
Let's just do an hour then.
I don't think that's how this should work.
You know, the fun part is, unfortunately, we haven't. I don't think I have anyone watching now, but the fun part about this kind of session is the fact that you can basically just listen in and hear how every one of us is slowly losing his mind.
I don't know if I'd describe it as a slow descent into madness, to be honest. I would say a continuous legit fall into hatred of mapping in general.
I hate myself.
I hate
you.
I hate you too. Yeah.
I love you guys.
Why?
You shouldn't.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. I know the mistake I made. But I know many of the mistakes I made.
The mistake you made, was it choosing modernism? Was it trying to revive speed mapping?
Being born.
And all of the above summarizes my feelings at the moment. No, the mistakes that I've made. This is the whole point of doing this kind of exercise, is to learn
I know.
what you've done wrong, what you're doing right, and how to improve. And I would say that I've already started doing that.
Doing things right and wrong, or improving?
Improving, because I know where I've gone wrong, I know what I did wrong, and I know how to not do it again in the future.
Good job.
Thanks. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm feeling good. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, this doesn't look even remotely close.
How am I doing this? Do it much better. By the way, Salty, you're a meanie.
Huh?
You are a meanie.
Okay. What did I say this time?
No, it's just because you made me crash.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, that could actually look decent.
What?
An accident. I'm just trying to figure out like how to build that accident now. That sounds weird.
1 hour
I
over.
was going to say, do you not have a plan?
I have, but not a completely planned out plan.
So the answer is no then.
But I think I will stick to my original plan.
Build and see what happens?
No. I mean, I had a relatively detailed idea. Like, I think it's more of a detailed idea than a plan. And I was just doing something wrong, but I kind of liked how that wrong looked, you know?
I definitely should have done this in Unreal.
Isn't that Unreal?
No, this is Unity.
Oh. Should have done Spark, you heathen.
Why? I have no intention of using Spark outside of NS2 mapping. Oh, nope.
Gosh, what good does making that jump do for speed mapping?
It's making sure that the metric is correct. And it's not speed mapping, it's speed design.
Oh, it's called...
No.
Oh. I would have called it speed mapping as well, but yeah, speed design is probably a better term for that.
We're not just mapping. Some people will be 3D modeling. If you wanted, you could do animation or concept art or anything. Just whatever medium you want to practice at and get better at and have more of a portfolio for, do that.
I don't need a portfolio. I'm a welder or a plumber.
Oh, there you go then.
You see,
So
I just want to
you're
have...
doing it for fun. I'm doing it to improve, and I will have fun with it. But it doesn't mean I can't get something else out of it as well.
I'm more on Salty's side there. I'm primarily doing this for fun.
Okay. I'm glad that this can facilitate fun for you. That's not why I'm doing it. Doesn't
But
mean
to
I'm
be
not
honest-
going to enjoy it and have fun.
To be honest, but I think this is kind of how I would try to approach every future job that I have. I want to primarily have fun with it and earn money with it secondarily.
Okay. Well,
That's
enjoy
everybody's
getting
dream.
fired a lot then.
Harsh.
No, it's just true.
Why would the world not allow anyone to have fun with their job?
I'm not saying that they wouldn't allow it. It's just that the common occurrence is that, again, it's not that you can't have fun with it. It's that the common denominator is that it's not fun. Doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. Just means more often than not you'll find that trying to have fun with work, where you're expected to be at least semi-serious, like get a job done, etc.
Well,
Your employer may
yeah.
not particularly like it if you're just in it for the fun.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't get the job done, but You can have fun with it and be competent at the same time.
Which is exactly what I said. Like, you can have fun with it, but that's not the primary thing in work. You're there to get a job done. If you can get the job done and have fun, awesome. But like, in a lot of cases, that won't be the outcome.
At the end of the day, you're lifting 6-inch fucking cast iron pipe and hanging it off the ceiling. You're not really having fun. You're just getting the job done.
Pays the bills to feed your family.
Oh,
Which
fair.
family?
You know how old I am, right? He doesn't. How old do you think I am?
112.
Close.
But no cigar.
You just got like one too many zeros.
There wasn't a zero in there.
Yeah, it's there. He is right,
Oh,
technically.
Touche, touche. Yeah, 19.
There's a 0 in 19.
Yeah, 019.
Mm-hmm. I kind of love how my brain just melts when I'm doing this.
I haven't done anything the last like 20 minutes.
You probably should go see a doctor, Math.
Why?
Your brain's melting.
Yes, and is that a problem?
At least his main's
Yes.
not Bralton.
What did Catch just say? Something was belting?
I said Bralton.
Yeah.
But okay.
I might have to use this fucking like marble starshine.
Well, you don't have to do anything.
You remember Salty, right? He's the one who likes to just throw every idea into the same map rather than have a consistent theme.
Hey, Starshine's quickly becoming less tropical and more ice.
So you're gonna add marble to that ice. Cool.
Yeah. Well, there's the.
That's not unnecessarily blending themes at all, is it?
Well, there has to like it's a base that's built into the side of ice.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe the base had marble in it. I don't know.
Maybe it didn't.
I don't know what the fucking. Well, tell me when you have a better fucking idea.
Okay, right now.
I still don't know what I want the map to be.
When you figured that out, that moment, that's when you should be planning stuff. Until then, don't plan stuff.
But I kind of like ran out of time. I don't know.
Look at me. I thought domes would be pretty cool. Regretting my decision for the rest of my life.
I told you it was a bad call. He was like, I'll fucking do it. You watch. Okay, I'll watch you try and do it and then give up. Cool, thanks. That'll show me.
You did domes for Astraeus?
No, he didn't. He started to. Then he realised that it was a really bad idea.
I built the entire map. I just didn't fill it in. And when I came to filling it, I was like, fuck.
When he came to filling it in, he was like, oh. 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 Okay, this is why he said not to do it. Cool. I need a new map.
So you're gonna build a Xylery 36.
Said new map.
Yeah, Xylery 36 would be new.
How much time do we have left, sir?
Over an hour.
50
Just-
minutes.
Just under an hour, should I say.
Ugh.
Gerd, give her a frick burger.
Did you just say something with burger?
No, I didn't.
I mean, I could just end my recording and speed myself up less.
To make it look
Honestly,
like
yeah.
you've actually done more, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you completed what you set out to create?
Yeah.
That's actually something that I have thought about as well. It might be a little bit difficult to actually plan something that does work like within the 2-hour constraints. Maybe you plan like not enough. Maybe you plan too much.
I didn't hear the 2-hour part. I thought it assumed an hour.
Didn't hear the thing that's written down.
Oh yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
a thing.
Yep, definitely didn't hear the thing that was written down a week ago for all to read, even those who weren't present. Didn't hear it. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Maybe listen harder next time? Or, read?
No. Reading is boring.
Reading's discriminatory towards blind people.
I'll see you people later.
Okay.
Why?
Where'd he go?
He left.
Why?
Probably pissed off.
Why?
Because I was mocking him a lot.
Fair enough.
But that's nothing new.
I know, but he's having less and less of it recently. He gets frustrated by it quicker. Why I do it more.
You think he'd build up a resistance?
Yeah. I'm helping him build up a tolerance to it.
You just want to help him, right?
I've been trying to help him for a very, very, very long time. He's just a dick. He's just very resistant to getting that help. Or taking that help, should I say.
He's resistant to taking it, is he?
He's resistant to taking it in the throat. Wait, that's where I fucked up. I was wrong. Woo!
Nice?
It is nice, trust me.
Okay.
I have just potentially saved myself a lot of stress. I didn't do it wrong. I did it right. I just didn't extend the last bit up. How high does it go? 1, 2. Okay.
But yeah, I'm actually in a similar situation to Salty in the case of like I have done what I planned to do and the rest I'm improvising.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, you're not supposed to be improvising.
I'm not supposed to be.
Nope.
So what am I
The
supposed to
idea
do?
is that you learn how to give yourself a 2-hour task for whatever discipline it is you wanted to get better at. Like, if you can research and do relevant things, like currently what I'm seeing is a grey box.
Oh yeah, because I did not intend to do any texturing or lighting.
That's where you fucked up.
No, because the original plan was to do it in Blender.
There is that. Well, you've only spent an hour and a quarter. It's entirely possible you could have learned some of the tools to start building this in those 2 hours. And that would have been the learning experience you were intending to do.
Yes, but I got too frustrated with that.
Very, very quickly got frustrated with that.
Yes. This is the thing that people say that Spark doesn't make sense. Well, I think it does make a lot of sense.
Now, who says
Makes
Spark
sense when you've been
doesn't
using it
make
for years.
sense? Who says it doesn't make sense? Come on.
I thought it was like Runestorm, Beige, and stuff like that. People who use other programs.
Beige has never said that it doesn't make sense. He has worked on it multiple times. He loves it.
And the problem people have with Spark editor, I guess, is just the lack of features.
I wouldn't say the lack of features.
Then what would you say?
I would say that the feature set that it has feels incomplete when it's not. Oh, I didn't raise it up high enough. Fuck. But yeah, Spark has more features than most of its counterparts. Like, level design wise, Spark still has more tools and features to it than Hammer 2. And
Isn't
people are
Hammer 2
raving
like-
about Hammer 2.
Like, isn't Hammer 2 like insanely old though?
No, Hammer 1 was insanely old. Hammer 2 is what Alex was built on.
Then why are people complaining about the Spark editor so much?
Because they don't have the patience to learn it, and there's a lot of bugs in it. Why isn't this lined up?
I can kind of see the point with having bugs in it. That's
Oh, that's why. Okay.
This kind these pipes mixed with the energy beams look kind of nice.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Because the water pipe, all the water that's flowing through it also adds to the energy effect, which is quite cool. I'm learning new uses for props and stuff.
Yep, that's the point of this kind of thing.
I also
Learn what comes.
I also had a random eureka moment of realizing a simple way of making fucking walls and doors between rooms fucking super easy. I can't believe I never thought of before. That's just the thing of going on the floor, stretching out and extruding up, and they're done.
What do you mean? Show me.
And then just cutting the door in, and there you go. That's what I did for all the rooms. So I did.
So you're doing your rooms like I do occlusion geometry.
So I did that. Brought it up. And then just cut through it. And that's how I made the doorways for all the rooms.
Yeah, you're doing that how I do my occlusion geo.
Yeah.
No, let's delete that and replace that with this.
Now that we still have 40 minutes left, I can actually continue with.
39.
Okay.
Continue
with like the. I made two plans. Like one where I thought, okay, I'd probably with the first plan I'd take those 2 hours, and I made a second plan where I thought, okay, that might take 4 days to do. But hey, I guess I can start with that then.
Okay.
If I win a lottery, I am so paying a coder to fix the bug where I keep doing full 180.
Good luck with that.
I'll find the smartest man alive to fix it for us.
Oh, God.
Because like the only consistent bug I ever encounter.
I do understand your pain there. So, and when it comes to Blender, I think I'd have to learn Blender literally at my own pace, but for that I would need to set some free time aside to actually get into Blender, and for that I think I have too much stuff to do that are like that. Blender in that case is not high priority enough for me.
I think that's complete bullshit, but okay.
Maybe do it with the 2 hour sessions.
Yes, my original plan was to do that.
Yeah, and
What
now he's
what's
realised that he's not going to be able to achieve incredible results during the
Like what?
small sessions,
Yeah.
so he
Yes,
doesn't
which is
want
why
to
I
spend the time.
I
Which
learned
is-
mapping
learning.
with you guys through speed mapping.
Yep.
Well, using Spark, shall I say, for you guys.
Yeah, I got my respect for that. The thing is, like, I think within those 2 hours in Blender, I don't think I would have been able to separate a cube and a cylinder from each other.
Yes, you would.
Then you have another 2 hours and another 2 hours.
Learning outcomes.
Question: Is googling problems within those 2 hour sessions allowed?
Yes.
That is news to
This
me.
is to fucking learn.
Yep. And for me, it's those
Any
are to
learning
figure things
outcome.
out yourself.
No. Why would you do that?
Cause
Are you going to sit on your own time and just try and figure shit out on Blender on your own? Or are you going to, in your own time, Google things?
Oh, you mean
Hint, there is a correct answer to this. Because either you're being a fucking moron and trying to learn a brand new piece of software without any documentation or tutorials or help. You know, kind of like you did Spark. And we all know how that worked out with the whole alt-click scenario.
yes.
Or you could spend that time more effectively and, you know, learn the tools.
But there's the joy of discovering things on your own.
Yeah, and once someone's already discovered the wheel, you don't need to discover it again. You can have the joys of discovering things that the wheel can bring to life, rather than
Yes, but
sitting there and reinventing the wheel again.
Funnily enough, I think I told you that in the past, is if you do reinvent the wheel, you do exactly know how the wheel works and its intricacies.
Yeah, good job. You know
and then
exactly how to do the things that you could have learned through a tutorial. And you'd still know the intricacies of it.
In a tutorial, they basically just explain you what something does and not why something does.
You don't need to know the why of your toolset, Math.
But what if I want to know the whys?
Then you're going to waste a lot of time. And I mean a lot of fucking time. Yeah, I set myself far too large a goal for this. I thought I would have been able to build this quicker. It's not fucking deep enough either. Jesus.
I'm the only person who gave myself a
Fucking
reasonable
Christ.
goal.
Yeah, by the way, Cash, what you're saying is, by the way, absolutely true. The thing is, for those speed mapping sessions like this, I do set myself actually a quite specific goal, and if I do not reach that specific goal, I'm getting really frustrated, you know? And my goal in speed mapping sessions is not necessarily to learn, or in speed design sessions, it's not to learn, it's to come up with a result.
I think the term learn may be wrong here, specifically to this situation, but improvement is what this whole thing is like being set up for. For self-improvement or improvement in a skill set. Like, that is learning outcomes. That is an improvement. And if you start at the bottom of a ladder and reach the second tier of the ladder, or the first rung of the ladder, you've still improved beyond what you previously had.
Uh-huh.
So basically what I'm saying is that to go into speed design with goals beyond just improvement is kind of a waste of your own time. Because you're not actually getting anything from just using the spark header. Like, my hope was that people would be branching away from their comfort zone to improve and get better in areas that they're not currently comfortable with. Like, this is why I wanted people of all disciplines to be able to jump on board, not just Spark mappers. And I don't expect everyone to do this, because I know that it is my own personal desires there. So if people don't want to do that, that's fine, that's on them. But I do think of it as a wasted potential to ignore that the whole premise behind this is that you learn and improve in something that you want to do. And you've said to many people so far that you want to learn how to 3D model. And you opened the 3D modeling program when you've been given 2 hours to improve, and you spent 10 minutes looking at it and then immediately reverted back to Spark. I consider that to be a failure.
Sure.
Like, that's just the way I view it. It is a failed scenario. Like, that doesn't sit well. I feel like the whole point of it is self-improvement, and you just kind of bailed.
You see, I do that actually. This kind of stuff I would do alone, without you, without time constraints, without screen share, and without streaming.
Okay, but you just said that you're not going to do that because you don't have the time.
Which is a problem of mine. I mean, I do have time, but the thing is, I have other things to do where my priorities would.
Okay, well then
Basically
don't
just-
take part in speed design. Learn how to use the 3D modeling program over the next week or two, and then join in the speed design when you know how to use it, so that you can actually make use of this time properly, rather than just continuing to do Spark.
It definitely sounds like an idea. Yes. The problem
So-
is with that. There was a problem with that. I would probably step away from mapping for a while if I were to do that.
For a while. What's wrong with that?
Well, what do you mean? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with you stepping away from mapping? Why do you phrase it like it's a bad thing?
Because in my mind, it is.
Why?
I feel like I have an obligation to map.
Then that makes it a responsibility, a chore, a requirement. Do you not
Not
find
fun.
that drains the fun from it?
The thing is, I do have fun with it.
Sometimes. How did Eclipse feel to you, by the way? Was that fun?
Sometimes.
Because it felt to me like you were really loving it.
I think there was sarcasm in there.
Yeah, just a touch.
High levels of sass detected.
My point's simple, dude. Like, there's no more needed to be read into it than the point I've already made, which is, like, to me, you jumping out of Blender because you didn't want to Google or YouTube videos to actually improve on them feels like a cop-out. I don't see why you did that at all. You jumped into Spark so you could get quote-unquote results, but what you actually got was you built yet another thing in Spark. Cool.
Yep.
Great. Like, you do that on a daily. Fantastic. Way.
Yeah, the only new thing is, like, it was an architectural style that I haven't tried before, so that was something.
So there was some learning outcome, but not the learning outcome you set out to achieve. Far from it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I would much rather see you just fucking drop mapping for a month while you start familiarizing yourself with the tool set of Blender, so that you can actually explore other avenues during these design sessions. Now, I don't understand why you can't use the design time blocks that I've set out to be able to do that. Like,
Oh,
I
that's
know
just
that you
me.
need a lot more time than 2 hours. Like, trust me. I've been
Yeah,
learning 3D modeling for a while, and I'm still shit at it. And it takes a lot longer than a couple of hours to learn it.
That's fine.
But it would be an iterative process. You would be doing it progressively over time.
Yep, you weren't a Spark editing master on day one, were you?
It wasn't fucking year one. It
I
took
didn't
a
understand
long
what-
time. You weren't a Spark master in year one. And I said it wasn't a Spark master. I'm sorry, in session one is what Shane said, and I said he wasn't even a Spark master in year one.
I'm not sure if I'm a Spark master by now.
You're not, but there's very little in Spark left for you to learn. It's just perfecting what you've already learned at this point,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking boring.
I mean, the idea here is for like, it's less learning Spark and more learning principles that I can discover through Spark.
You're not going
But
to discover any principles that you haven't already discovered through Spark, dude.
Yes, this is a thing, which is why I actually like learning a new like learning Blender in itself. hopefully should just be a thing of learning the tools and just copying over my knowledge
You
that
have
I
a
have.
lot of transferable skill sets from Spark. You will learn to do things in a completely different way, and you will come to hate Spark for lacking those tools.
Yeah, right now, as I said, something that I think will really fuck me in any 3D modeling program is that I don't think that I can build 3D models by using 2D sheets.
No, you can't. Shane
That-
tried and failed miserably.
That's something that I think is kind of... It's right now it annoys me about 3D modeling. I need to use 3D models and then work with that, while I like to so far put 3-dimensional objects together out of... Like, I'd like to draw 3-dimensional, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense because it was one of my biggest complaints about learning 3D as well. But you get past it and you realise how much better the tool sets are if you don't try and build that way. And you become far more effective as a designer in almost every sense. Like, you start to think about the tool set completely differently and just do it. Just learn it and you'll see what I mean. That'll be faster.
The fun part is I know basically I basically know how my brain works. I learned by wanting to build something specific, and that specific thing is probably way too hard for me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm stubborn enough to do it anyway.
Yeah, that's a really bad way to enter into it. Start by learning small and have that big thing that you really want to learn as your end goal. Like, you want to be able to do this by next year. Don't do it as your first thing. Look at how long you spent on Mesh. Look at how heartbroken you were when you abandoned Mesh. And look at how much faster you learned once you fucking gave up on it.
Like, the big things, it's I mean, it's really easy to have that big thing broken up in tiny tasks, just relatively simple individual objects.
How do you know?
Because I planned through that process already.
What is it?
I don't want to tell you.
Is it the F1 car?
No.
Okay. I'm entirely sure why you don't want to tell me, but fair enough.
I mean, in the end, it's basically just a specifically themed object set. You know that in an ideal scenario, would end up or could end up being used as props in NS2, but
Okay.
in this specific case, I don't mind if I don't think that they would ever use in NS2, mainly because the way I would use them in NS2 is also something that I think I can do before NS2 dies. Basically, just the prop set for the City of Tears map that we've been discussing a while ago.
Mhm.
Basically, the prop set of that. And I know pretty damn well what I want.
Then make it.
Yeah.
Just be aware that when you make it, it's not going to be even close to what you imagined it being.
Yeah. I'm afraid so.
That's just the way shit like this works, dude. Like, building exactly what you wanted first try. Not going to happen.
Yep, I agree. The thing that when I started Blender earlier, I kind of went in with a similar expectation to when I started 3ds Max, not 3ds Max, Maya the first time.
Cheers.
I was actually able to put something relatively okay-ish together within 1.5 hours. And I basically for Maya, I grasped the idea of it, like how the logic behind the tools work and how they're set up. I grasped that within 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. The logic between Maya and Blender isn't much different.
Well, with the exception that apparently every separate object in Blender seems to be like everything that would be a separate object in Maya seems to be treated as one object in Blender. At least if I remember that correctly. And in fact, I do not really understand why. I do not really understand why object and 3D modeling tools would be treated as one when they are not physically connected.
It was probably parented. So, for instance, if I make a block here, like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I make a cylinder here, but in the hierarchy, I drag the cylinder onto the block. When I select that block, it'll move both. But if I move this one, it'll move independently.
The thing is, like, I couldn't
So
even
parent and
select
child.
only one or the other, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's because it's 3D modeling. It'll parented and childed it, and you'll need to separate the parent and child cell. Or when you're creating the second object, make sure that you don't have the first object selected or something like that. It'd be something really fucking stupidly simple, that because you didn't actually spend any time like trying to figure it out, you just got frustrated with it and moved on.
Yep.
You didn't figure out what it was. The beauty is, for all you know, you could have spent 2 seconds like trying to work it out with the help of Google, and you'd now know that. And instead, now you know how to build what you were imagining in Spark, which I imagine you already knew how to do.
Question: when you plan something out, do you plan how exactly you are going to build it?
You construct a rough guide in your mind and how you're going to build it, and when you see what works out, well, so you know exactly how you're going to build it perfectly in your mind.
I would say it depends on how in depth I've thought it over. Like, what I'm building now, I haven't completely 100% fleshed out in my mind when I started building it. I just had a visual in my mind of something that I was trying to achieve. And I didn't draw any of it down, and I've almost got the architecture how I wanted it. I have not done any of the gameplay stuff I wanted to do. At all. I'm not even done finishing the level. But the architectural style is present. And I'm pretty happy with that much, to be honest. Like, I think I've done a relatively decent job of setting this up to look how I wanted it to look. Like, to me, this looks pretty interesting. But I didn't, like, thoroughly plan out exactly how I'm going to build it, what order I was going to build things in, or anything like that. I don't think I've ever done that. But it's a good idea to plan out like that if you're intending to be a 3D modeler. Like, you need to know what order you're going to do things and how you're going to do it, especially if you're creating modularity. Modularity requires so much forethought, it's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, can imagine.
Fuck. Ah. I've got 15 minutes left, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do the rest of this. So I'm going to leave it there for me. Oh, and for the video, and for anyone who wants to look at the stream, the things that I was basing this off, this is the staircase. This is very much a modernist and modern style staircase and stairway. And I wanted to incorporate this building's architecture style. The whole beams coming up the side of the building kind of thing. It was going to have windows and it was going to be semi-jagged like this as well. But I ended up not doing that. But this top one side across, and this is where it was based on. I did have a lighting scheme set up, which was going to follow this modernist lighting setup, but I didn't even get close to texturing, let alone lighting. And that was it. That was my plan. I did at one point look over this model as well, because I was considering doing buildings like this, and I kind of took this under part from it, which is what you can see. Yeah. Yeah, that is my modernism attempt this week. I'm going to make my site a lot smaller next time.